Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Liverpool's January transfer window is quietly approaching a defining moment, and the shifting landscape around Mickey van de Ven has opened up a scenario that could reshape the club's defensive future. On the pitch, Arne Slot's side appear to be moving in the right direction. A commanding Champions League victory away to Marseille has strengthened their European campaign, while an unbeaten run across competitions suggests growing stability. Yet beneath the surface, the draw-heavy league form and looming contract uncertainties mean Liverpool's recruitment team cannot afford to stand still. Defensive planning has become a pressing issue at Anfield. Virgil van Dijk remains an elite presence, but time is no longer on Liverpool's side when it comes to his long-term succession. Ibrahima Konate's situation adds further urgency, with the Frenchman's future unresolved and the possibility of him departing without a fee still hanging over the club. The failure to secure Mark Guehi, who instead joined Manchester City, only sharpened the sense that Liverpool must now act decisively if they are to avoid entering next season short at the back. This is where Mickey van de Ven enters the conversation in a serious way. The Tottenham centre-back has grown into one of the Premier League's most imposing defenders since arriving from Wolfsburg, combining extraordinary recovery pace with calmness in possession and positional intelligence. At 24, he fits the profile Liverpool value most, proven at the highest level, but still with years of peak performance ahead. For Arne Slot, the appeal is obvious. Van de Ven's Dutch background, tactical discipline, and ability to play in a high defensive line make him an ideal candidate to anchor the next era of Liverpool's defence. Tottenham, however, are in no mood to make life easy. Reports suggest Spurs have placed a staggering £100 million valuation on Van de Ven, a figure that would make him the most expensive defender in football history. It is a clear statement of intent from North London, designed either to ward off suitors or to ensure maximum leverage if negotiations begin. For Liverpool, fresh off a summer in which they spent heavily to refresh the squad, a straight cash deal of that magnitude would be extremely challenging. That is why the emerging idea of a player plus cash arrangement has caught attention, with Curtis Jones increasingly central to the discussion. Tottenham are believed to admire the Liverpool midfielder and see him as a player who could add creativity and goal threat to their engine room. Jones, still only 24, has matured into a reliable Premier League performer and remains deeply connected to the club that developed him. His contract situation, however, places Liverpool in a delicate position. With just 18 months remaining on his deal, the Reds must soon decide whether to extend his stay or consider their options. From Tottenham's perspective, including Jones in a deal for Van de Ven could significantly reduce the financial burden while delivering a homegrown, versatile midfielder entering his prime. For Liverpool, the calculation is more emotional and strategic. Jones has spoken openly about his dream of captaining the club and spending his entire career at Anfield. Letting go of a local academy graduate is never an easy decision, particularly one who understands the culture and identity of the club so deeply. Yet elite football often demands hard choices. If Liverpool believe Van de Ven is the long-term cornerstone of their defence, a swap-style deal could represent rare value in a market inflated beyond logic. Jones's estimated valuation, combined with a more manageable cash fee, may be enough to bring Tottenham to the table while allowing Liverpool to address their most urgent structural weakness. As the transfer deadline approaches, Liverpool's hierarchy face a defining call: protect sentiment and continuity in midfield, or seize a potentially generational defender who could anchor the backline for years to come. With momentum building on the pitch and the margins in the Premier League as fine as ever, the decision they make in the coming days could quietly determine the shape of their next chapter. The future of Marcus Rashford has quietly become one of the most intriguing storylines in European football, with Liverpool emerging as a serious and calculated contender despite strong interest from Barcelona. Rashford, once seen as untouchable at Manchester United, now finds himself at a crossroads in his career, and the decisions made in the coming months could define his legacy at the highest level. While Barcelona's admiration is clear and long-standing, Liverpool believe they can offer something different, something more sustainable, and something built around long-term vision rather than short-term opportunity. Liverpool's interest in Rashford is rooted in strategy, not sentiment. The club's hierarchy are acutely aware that Mohamed Salah, despite his legendary status and continued influence, is not a long-term project. Age, contract dynamics, and the physical demands of Liverpool's system mean succession planning is no longer optional. It is essential. Rashford, at 27, fits the profile Liverpool are targeting. Experienced at the top level, still entering his prime years, and capable of carrying an attack both now and in the future. From a footballing perspective, Rashford's skill set aligns naturally with Liverpool's identity. His explosive pace, direct running, and ability to attack space behind defensive lines make him ideally suited to a high-intensity, transition-based system. Liverpool believe that in a more structured, clearly defined tactical environment, Rashford could rediscover the consistency that once made him one of the most feared forwards in Europe. At Anfield, he would not be expected to carry the team alone, but to thrive within a collective that maximizes his strengths. Barcelona's interest is real and significant. The Catalan giants view Rashford as a potential solution to their long-standing need for pace and penetration in wide areas. The appeal of Barcelona is obvious: history, style, and the prestige of wearing the shirt once worn by legends. However, Liverpool are quietly confident that their project may resonate more deeply with Rashford's current needs. While Barcelona continue to face financial uncertainty and squad imbalance, Liverpool are offering clarity, stability, and a defined role at the heart of their attacking evolution. Crucially, Liverpool see Rashford not just as a replacement for Salah, but as a bridge between eras. The club understands that Salah's departure, whenever it comes, will leave a cultural and emotional gap as much as a tactical one. Rashford's experience of pressure, expectation, and scrutiny at one of the world's biggest clubs makes him uniquely equipped to handle that transition. He has lived with responsibility since his teenage years and understands what it means to perform when every moment is magnified. There is also the question of motivation. Rashford is believed to be eager for a fresh challenge, one that allows him to reset both mentally and professionally. At Liverpool, he would be stepping into a dressing room built on accountability, unity, and relentless standards. The club believes that environment could reignite the hunger that once defined him, allowing him to play with freedom rather than burden. Behind the scenes, Liverpool's recruitment team have studied Rashford's data closely. They see a player whose output has fluctuated, but whose underlying attributes remain elite. His ability to score from wide positions, contribute in transition, and press from the front aligns with what Liverpool demand from their forwards. With the right structure around him, they believe his numbers and influence would rise again. For Rashford, the decision will not be simple. A move to Barcelona offers romance and global appeal, but Liverpool offers something more grounded: a clear footballing purpose and a long-term role in shaping the club's future. At Anfield, he would not be a short-term solution or a marketing symbol.